an inspiring business hub where over 20,000 talented minds are positioning Dubai as the engine of innovation by pushing the limits of creativity every day. Home to over 2,000 media companies from around the globe, Dubai Media City is a vibrant community offering business, entertainment, and lifestyle, enabling our partners to lead with creativity that resonates. Redefining the future of media innovation. Dubai Media City.
Hi, welcome to DGC MIA. I'm here with Waleed Singer, Chief Marketing Officer, and Haya Al-Kadi, Marketing Manager of agency Galaxy Racer. And we're going to talk about the balance between male and female players in the esports industry and what Galaxy Racer is and how they're bridging the gap between entertainment and esports within the region. To start off with, can you guys tell us more about Galaxy Racer and where you sit within the esports platform within the region, just so we know a bit more about the company?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having us. It's something that we get asked all the time, whether we're doing meetings, calls, talking to players, trying to sign content creators. But finally, we found out the perfect statement for this. The Galaxy Racer is an organization that is perfectly positioned around esports. We do not consider ourselves an esports team. We consider ourselves an organization that is very much a 360 approach to all things that are esports and gaming and entertainment and lifestyle. On one side, Galaxy Racer has a competitive roster. We have over 75 players competing around the world in 7 game titles. The second side, we have the content creators. We have over 25 content creators between Middle East, Southeast Asia, and Philippines with over 145 million followers. And then on the third side as well, we invest in tournament platforms around the world. We have merchandising and apparel that we're launching. So we're really a company that is positioned within the ecosystem of esports and gaming, however, positioned in a way to benefit in each and every aspect, but at the same time contribute to its development and growth.
Okay, so that's an interesting amount of work for one agency, let's say, or company to do. You're right, you're not an agency, you're a company.
Yes, we say this a lot. We're not an agency. We're not an MCN. We're not a booking company. We're not a team management. No, we have multiple departments that cater to these specific things. But in our core, we're a team, and that's what separates us from normal agencies that manage talent. Normal agencies that manage talent, they take their commissions, they help on the development of the creator, but that's about it. But with us, we work nonstop on creating the best direction for content when it comes to our creators, creating partnerships with global brands, and taking our Middle Eastern or Filipino or Southeast Asian creators and collaborating with these brands, but also creating long-lasting series, content pieces that are positioned whether on YouTube or anywhere in the internet. So we don't think we're an agency because we do much more than just represent that talent. We're family, we're a team. We want to be seen just like any of these sports teams out there. It's just a family ecosystem that we've created.
I really love that. And dialing it back to your content creators, so you've got Abu Fla, 17.2 million subscribers on YouTube. So for a process of choosing or curating content and choosing the people that you want to put it out there, what's the process for you guys?
I mean, if the way we see this, we want to become the best. We want to become the best very quickly. Galaxy Racer is almost 1.5 years old. In that short period of time, we were able to grow from a platform from a brand that has 1,000 followers on social media to 1 million without spending one dime on acquisition.
Super impressive.
We are a brand that was able to right away determine what is going to take us to the next level. Galaxy Racer started off with one competitive team and slowly started adding rosters on a global level. However, the content creator aspect came in around June because we saw that esports is a great market. Esports is a great industry, right? But when you compare esports to gaming is such a bigger world. And this is where we found opportunity in content creators, because when you look at esports, we know that they're competing, they're training, they're being somewhat influencers in their own accounts. But they're professionals at that, and they do not have time, or most of them do not have time to create content.
Mm.
And when you look at the content creator world, you have all these amazing guys that are doing insane videos, doing insane content that know gaming so well, but they're not professional gamers.
Mm.
They're not competing professionally in esports. So we wanted to merge both worlds and make sure we're catering to both audiences when it came to esports, which is very aggressive, very watching competitive, and then when it comes to content creation, it was entertaining, fun, and so when we looked at that landscape and we looked at the Middle East, it was a very simple question: who is the best?
Mm.
And very obviously, we determined that Abu Fallah was the best.
Yeah.
With when we signed Abu Fallah, he was around 7 or 8 million subscribers on YouTube.
Mm.
He was getting close to that 10 million diamond button that he was going to get. Not a lot of people reached there. Or I think that was 15 million. So we looked at Abu Fallah and we saw insane potential. Within 2.5 years, his growth was just phenomenal. If you look at his stats, it's just phenomenal.
Mm.
We've never seen this before. And when we saw Abu Fallah, we thought it was an opportunity. We approached him. We told him all about us. We told him about our vision. We told him our plans for him. And he luckily believed in it. Our model is a proprietary model. We don't share it with anybody, but we have our ways to getting these creators and talents on board.
Mm.
And with that, Abu Fallah joined us. Today, he's plus 17 million on YouTube, plus 35 million all across.
Mm.
Abu Fallah is the fastest growing YouTube channel in the Arab world, or even in the world, because the guy is growing at a 800,000 to 1 million subscribers per month. It's very hard to keep up with him, especially when we're trying to create content or we're trying to create presentations and pitching Abu Fallah. I'm pitching him here for 17 million. Tomorrow he's going to become 18.5 million.
And what makes Abu Fallah so popular here? Let's say the Middle East, as we're dining into this territory. What makes him that popular? What is it that's appealing? Because one of my questions was, and you've answered it actually, Waleed, is what's the value of your content creation in gaming? But you've said you've married esports and you've married it to content creators.
Absolutely.
But listen, we know about gaming and we know how big esports is in general. And gaming, it's the biggest entertainment sector in the world. But with your content creators, what makes him that person?
Yeah. His values are definitely a reason as well. Abu Fallah is somebody that 3 years ago had financial difficulties and he couldn't go to college. So he started gaming. He started filming himself. He went on YouTube. And within a span of 1 year, he went from 1 to 100,000 in a year. And then from 100,000 to 10 million in a year and a half. So his way of behaving, his charisma, his charm, he's funny, he's nice, he's religious. So his audience in the Middle East relates to that. When there's prayer, he tells everybody, I'm going to prayer. So it gives that kid that is watching YouTube this idea of, I can be like that.
It's realistic.
Exactly, it's realistic. And in addition to that, after he reached 7 to 8 million, or even before, he started doing these insane celebrations every 1 million. Every time he reaches 1 million, he would do some big charity event. One of them was building a mosque. Another one was feeding the poor. Another one was building over 50 homes, doing cataract surgery. So what Abu Fallah has done throughout the years and through these charitable events as well, he was able to create this really loyal fan base of people that love him and love the values that he is portraying.
Yeah, it's highly inspirational.
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm. And he's paying it forward, which I think in this day and age is really, really tough.
Absolutely.
When you think about social media and influence and maybe sometimes things can verge on a dangerous territory where people are looking at people that aren't obtainable. It's not a life that's obtainable. So he's being very real to his loyal fans and his scale of audience.
For sure, absolutely.
I love that. Haya, people gravitate towards the world of social media and social influence, and dozens of studies have been published to show that these figureheads are highly influential on people. And I think in esports, it's especially dominant because it's such a huge industry and a huge platform. So with that in mind, how is Galaxy Racer bringing together the world of entertainment and esports positively to highlight diversity across MEA?
Great question. I think The beauty of Galaxy Racer is that we have a very good representation of both genders. So we have profession teams that are all female, all male, and every time we hire a professional male team, we make up for that with a professional female team. And even with our content creators, we have almost an even split with the male and female. We're trying to get there, but and also we try to select in different regions. So we have Buffy, she's an Emirati streamer, and we have Dai, a Saudi streamer. So we also try to select in different regions to create that representation for females. Wherever you are, this is possible. We try to encourage that. Even as a female gamer myself, when I joined Galaxy Racer, I was honestly surprised to see so many female teams and content creators, considering back in the days there was a lack of representation and there wasn't any platforms for us. But I tried to do my best, even when creating these social calendars, that I try to represent. Of course, Abu Falla and all our male content creators have a huge following, but we also have female creators that are small, and we try to grow them. We try to give them an audience. We try to give them representation. We don't always focus on the big figures and the big numbers. We also hone the smaller content creators, give them an opportunity, whether male or female.
Okay, that's really interesting because it brings me onto a question that I was going to ask later, but I feel like it's relevant now. So for me, listen, I don't know how you guys feel, how you in particular. So I've been in gaming nearly 20 years and I've never had issues in gaming, shall we say. Like I've never had that whole male, female, but it does happen. And I think it's very seriously addressed and it's a good thing. But I don't feel like female gamers want to be felt like they're special because they're female gamers. You guys are gamers, right?
Yeah.
And you should be playing a game like a guy is. There shouldn't be that gender disparity at all. And when you look at all female teams like Dignitas or CLG, like, you know, they wipe the floor in Counter-Strike with male players and they do it regularly. So is that something, I mean, maybe that's a question for you both. Will you be doing co-ed events to make those two teams combine, or will you always keep them separate?
So to get on that point and also to follow up on Haya's points as well, Galaxy Racer launched with the first ever female League of Legends roster from the Middle East.
Yeah.
We literally launched with the first ever female team. So it was always in the back of our heads that females and esports and gaming are a match made in heaven. We know that. We know in mobile, female gamers have exceeded male gamers. We know it's an industry that has been overlooked by all the global organizations. It's an it's a niche, it's a demographic, that has been overlooked by a lot of businesses throughout the years when it came to gaming. Because maybe when you think of a game and gun, you think of a boy, but actually one of the first female pro gamers back was a female.
Yep.
You know, so for me, it's always been, okay, it's not a female, it's not a male, it's a gamer. I absolutely agree with you. We organize and host the finals of the Girl Gamer event here in Dubai, and that was a specific female-only event. The reason why we look at this as a female-only, because there are so many tournaments around the world, so many prize pools, so many gifts, so many things that males are easily accessible to and can get on, that females do not have the chance to yet because they haven't been represented properly, they haven't competed enough. So having dedicated events just for girls so they can get and reap all the prizes to further develop themselves, because when you win a prize pool, what is the first thing you're going to do with that money? Upgrade your gear.
Yeah.
Upgrade your game.
Hopefully get sponsorship.
Get sponsorship. Quit your job and just play games, you know?
Yeah.
So we wanna be able to give that chance to female gamers to really equip themselves and be ready for that. Now, I do agree with you 100%. There should be no separation in events, whether it's a female game, because in the end, it's a keyboard, mouse, and a screen. You know, it does not recognize gender.
I'm taking the questions out of my mouth. That's the next one.
Am I?
Yes.
All right. So the equipment do not have a gender. Your character does not have a gender in a way. You know, so there is really no limits to what you can do, whether you're a girl or a guy. So we do have plans to make mixed events, mixed tournaments for sure. But whenever we have the chance to give back just for the female community, we're going to jump on it instantly.
I love that. And obviously, I know that you guys, let's say, especially for female players, given what the world can be like with gamers, you take their mental health very seriously, and you nurture the talent and you grow it and you make sure everybody is in, let's say, a safe environment.
Absolutely.
So how do Galaxy Racer protect not just female players, but let's say male players? Because it happens, right? It's real, from trolls, from trolling, from bad mentions online, or for any form of bullying. Do you guys have a policy with that?
Do you want to take it?
I don't think there's a policy in general.
Should I not use the word policy?
No. Actually, it's no. We like this. It's fine. It's not really a policy. It's just, I mean, when we have calls with our creators or with our players, and there are issues like these that might happen, we try and encourage them as much as we can. We're the only organization in the Middle East that onboarded a mental performance psychologist,
I
Mia
love
Stelberg,
that.
back a few months ago.
Mm.
Mia was one of the biggest esports psychologists or even sports psychologists in Europe. And she worked with our European teams hand in hand when it came to CSGO and League of Legends. So we do understand the value of mental strain and psychological strain on somebody that has to overperform and outperform every single time.
Mm.
A lot of people don't know this, but gaming is pressure. When you're in the middle of the game, there's so much at stake. You're representing a team.
Mm.
There's a big audience. You have fans. That takes a toll on you, especially when you're young.
Mm.
You know, because gamers are young. They're not ready for that.
Yeah.
You know, yet they go right into that spotlight. So we do support them. We do provide as much mentorship and support as we can. However, trolls will never cease to exist.
Mm.
You know, and it's for us to really understand that they're just a dot in the ocean that's going to get swept away by a wave, and we're going to continue on. And I've had a lot of female streamers that I've been friends with and I've spoken to, and they would say, yeah, I have this guy going in my chat saying, go back to the kitchen. You know, I'm like, great.
Yeah.
Great. Tell him I'll go back to the kitchen after you clean after me, you know? So we want them to respond back, not to just,
Not
okay,
to hide.
not to hide it, you know? You know, what kitchen? Because I'm a girl, but your mother as well is a female. Your sister is a girl. Why? How would you? So speak out. When you speak out, you really make a difference there, because that troll, after once, twice, three times, is just going to get bored.
Yeah.
You know, he's just going to leave.
I love that. And I tell you what, I'm really interested. I wish we'd had her on this chat, the sports psychologist.
Ah, yes.
Amazing.
Mia, yes.
Because people wouldn't think that happens. They just see this big audience,
It's so important.
big scale of a stadium, people playing. But actually, the psychology behind it that's supporting your teams it's massive. That's such a great thing to do.
It's crucial. It's crucial. Mental stability, friendship, teamwork.
Yeah.
That's so important, because when you have, let's be obvious, we have kids playing games for a living.
Yeah. On public platforms.
On public platforms.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we have to really be careful. We are at the start of something that is incredible, and we have the chance to grab it very early on and say, this is the standard. This is how it should be done. So that's why I do believe every single organization should have a mental performance coach. Every single organization should do team building exercises, workshops, reality checks. You know, all of these are very important to keep the sanity of these kids, because eventually, if we want them to grow and develop and evolve as athletes, you know, we need to equip them very early on with that stability in their minds and in their bodies.
Yeah. And I think, listen, you know, when we talk about athletes and esports stars, you know, sports people, they're all trained, they all have psychologists, they all have trainers. So I guess it's no different in the realm that you guys are dealing with.
Not at all.
That's my favorite question out of all of it.
And
I love
there
that.
is a video circulating of you giving a motivational talk.
Oh yeah,
to the PUBG team.
as well. Sorry, as well. Yes.
Yeah.
We need to have a link to that.
We'll send it over. It's a lot of swear words in it, but it's basically we have our PUBG mobile team here in Dubai. They're competing in PMPL Arabia, and it's crucial that I visit them every few days, because we need to kind of not remind them, but tell them we're here.
Yeah.
You know, we're here for you. Don't feel the pressure.
Yeah.
Don't feel that this is the end of the world. Don't feel that this is it. But at the same time, realize you are in an opportunity of a lifetime, because there are people that are dreaming of these kinds of opportunities. So we want you to seize it. We want you to capture it. We want you also to benefit from it.
Yeah.
For a very long time.
I love that Galaxy Racer has these big shoulders that people are leaning on. It's really, really nice to see. Really nice. All right, Haya, probably this is more related to your side of the business. So dialing back on a question that Waleed stole from me earlier. One of the great things about esports is that you are behind your controller, you're behind your mouse, you're behind your keyboard. So it doesn't actually matter who you are that's playing that game, let's say. With that in mind, how does Galaxy Racer encourage more gender balance and cultural diversity across your players, let's say? I know we touched on it earlier, but how do you guys bring those people, not out of the shadows, but to the forefront instead of behind the keyboard or the controller?
We provide them support in any way they need. As Waleed said earlier, if they need production support, we give them that. If they need someone to edit their videos, we give them that. If they need licensing, we provide them any support they need. We're always ready. We usually provide it the same day. We're equipped, thankfully, with everything they need, because that's our passion. Whatever they need, we want to hone their skills. We want them to enjoy. We want them to publish as much content as they can, as they wish to. And that's the key here. No matter who the content creator is, whether they have 1,000 or 17 million, we provide them with whatever they need equally. So whenever they ask, we provide.
And I think I really like that that approach that you have, because when you and I talked offline not long ago, you were saying that it isn't always about the big Abafalas in this world, even though they're amazing, or the Ijajs in this world. It's about the smaller guys and girls that are also pushing content out there. So there might be people that don't have so much scale and audience behind that keyboard, but actually you're still bringing them out and you're still giving that diversity platform, let's say, for the region. And not just for the region, I'd say globally, because your events are taken out globally, right?
See, one thing you've also said here that is very interesting, because right now, the year and a half that Galaxy Racer has been present, if we look at our content creator department, it's a team under construction. That's what I can call it. We started with the big stars, with the Abu Falla, with Naji, with 10 million, 15 million here. And then we went into creators that didn't have a lot of followers. So Buffy, Dai, Alvi, these are all minus 50K followers on a total platform, on platforms. And it's important to know that right now, on a MENA level, and I'm doing this here in DGC, on a MENA level, our team is ready. So whatever you've seen out of us in the past year is only us building that perfect content creator team. What is coming next is taking that content creator team, taking that talent, taking our infrastructure and our resources, and creating mega content opportunities. And this is what we're about to do right now. A lot of people looking at us from behind, they're seeing Galaxy Racer signing Dialer, signing Top, signing Hanoudi, signing all these big names in YouTube and the gaming world in MENA. However, it wasn't really clear what they're doing and why they're doing that. But in the next few months and the next few weeks, hopefully, it's really going to start to unravel the plans we have for these creators. Because beyond them just uploading on their channels, beyond us supporting them, and beyond them just being themselves, there's a bigger picture. And that bigger picture is creating content opportunities on a global scale. It's bridging esports with sports. It's bridging esports with lifestyle. And it's bridging MENA with the world.
Well, you're putting a really big infrastructure together. And again, we've talked offline earlier today just about your partnership signing with La Liga.
Yes.
And you've also, listen, personal favourite for me because it's FIFA, but inter-school tournaments of FIFA 2020.
Yes.
So will you be continuing that? And obviously you can't talk about all your partnerships, but La Liga is a pretty impressive partnership to be kicking off with. So I can see that you're infrastructure's there,
Yeah.
and then you add on your content creators,
Yeah.
and then you're adding on your team. So it's like a house. Everyone's moving into
Yeah.
this Galaxy Racer house. And is that how you guys are continuing?
In some way, absolutely. As I told you, as a team or as an organization, we're working so hard every day on doing things. But we have a CEO, luckily, that's been in the industry for 25 years, that has global connects around the world. And while we're doing what we're doing on Galaxy Racer, he's in the background really operating that machine and bringing us these high valued partners on the table for us to really close down and work with.
Mm.
Ila Liga is one of those. We've partnered up with Ila Liga and we were the exclusive Arabic broadcasters of Ila Liga, Santander Fan Cup. That partnership created a much bigger partnership that you're going to hear about very soon.
When are we going to hear about this?
15 days, 2 weeks, max 3 weeks. We're going to do the major announcement. July, actually, if you don't know Galaxy Racer, in July, you really need to turn on your notifications on the Galaxy Racer pages. I promise you. Turn them off end of July. But if you want to know what's going, because July is going to be packed in major announcements. So that partnership is one that we're looking to really amplify in the next year, which is Ila Liga, La Liga, and bridging the whole world of esports and sports. We have another partnership coming up as well. I told you about our competitive edge going into becoming one of the 3 best competitive teams globally as well.
Yeah.
I wish I could say more. For us, every partnership is an opportunity for globalization. You know, it's an opportunity for growing up beyond where we're at. In the end, we're an organization that came from Dubai, from the Middle East, with the first female team, you know, and right now we have 75 players. Again, I told you 25 content creators, 100 employees in 25 countries. In Dubai, it's just me, Haya, and Paul, our CEO, you know?
Do you sleep?
That's only us. So I think we're heading towards a very, very exciting next chapter in the Galaxy Racer lifetime, but at the same time in esports and gaming as a whole.
It's brilliant. I think there's so much to look forward to. I'll turn on my notifications.
One big
Absolutely.
mothership.
Yeah.
Our CEO is leading this mothership and we're just all on board.
Yeah.
And I think the secret is that sometimes I laugh because like we work so fast and sometimes even on WhatsApp you find that the great thing is that we're all like in one group. From the CEO to the content creators, we're all always communicating. So there's always this flow of information. We're never like silent. There's no radio silence. We know what's happening from the content creator level to upper management.
Yeah.
So that's the key.
Yeah.
And I think that's super important is when you're senior leaders or upper management, it feels to me like there's no hierarchy.
No.
So you guys, you know, there's no dark ages across your company. You're new, you're modern, everybody's on board.
Yeah.
And you're all communicating, and that's the most important thing.
Absolutely. We've grown so much. We have Galaxy Racer India. We have Galaxy Racer in Philippines.
Yeah.
We're launching Galaxy Racer USA. We have Galaxy Racer Global based out of the UAE. And somehow we're all communicating. We're all friends. We're all on WhatsApp. A lot of my...
Not on Discord.
So Discord is one of the platforms. I was just going to say, one of my content heads in Galaxy Racer is always, Waleed, we need to be on Slack. Waleed, we need to be on Discord. And I'm like, listen, WhatsApp is now, WhatsApp is instant, and that's how I want our work to be.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's 1 a.m., whether it's 6 a.m., whether it's Saturday, whether it's a holiday, we cannot stop, guys. And I keep telling that to my team. And that was the first thing I told Haya when I interviewed her to join Galaxy Racer. I told her, Haya, we never sleep. I'm going to tell you from now at 5 a.m. I might call you. You need to understand that we are at the beginning of something that is insane. And all these videos you've read and saw over your life of Steve Jobs and all these successful people not sleeping, working 20, we're going to experience that because we're right there.
And it's passion.
And it's passion. So we need to grow based on that. Whether we need to communicate on WhatsApp, I need the fastest platform where I can get a reply. Maybe WhatsApp it's WhatsApp. I know the designers and the marketing are working on Slack, on Discord. But for us on a management level or leadership level, we want answers now. And we want you also to ask us questions now.
Yeah.
You know, it has to be instant and immediate.
I love that. Guys, I've really enjoyed today. I've learned so much about Galaxy Racer, especially being in this region. There's never been anything like you guys. So super excited to see where you go. No sleep for the next year, probably.
Hopefully.
And all your signings. And also kudos to your CEO for really bringing everything on board for you guys. But I'm super pumped for you, and I'll turn all my notifications on in July.
Absolutely. Thank you
Be
so much
sure.
for having us.
you.
Thank you.